I could pull a better podcast out of my head. Hey, kids, welcome to the Tempest Universe.
China.
Headline edition, July 8, 1947. The Army Air Forces has announced that a flying disc has been found and is now in the possession of the Army.
It's China to me, China.
Army officers say the missile, found sometime last week, has been inspected at Roswell, New Mexico, and sent to Wright Field, Ohio, for further inspection.
I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside.
China.
This is the Tempest Universe, man. Hold on to your ass. You're in for a hell of a ride.
Welcome to the early edition of the Tempest Universe. Yeah, it's an hour early today. Hold on a second. Why is everything so damn loud? I just had... This is what really bugs me. Those people who do podcasts or whatever, or anything that deals with a computer. You know, you sit down, you're about to do something, and then you get an update. And then you know that shit's going to hit the fan because nothing's going to work right. So I'm expecting this to go down that way. So the actual platform itself received an update, so we'll see what happens. I'm sure we're going to hear something funky in here. But anyway, welcome to the third Monday of the week. It's not even hump day. Like, nobody gives a damn about hump day anymore. It feels like I've lived through 3 Mondays all in a row. And I think there's going to be a 4th and a 5th Monday this week. I don't know what it is. It's something in the water, I guess. Someone pulling our leg, your leg. Something is not right. That's the way I feel. Like, I literally don't even have vodka with me right now. I've got maybe a quarter left of a beer. And it's warm and it's skunkied up. And I just don't know what to do about that. I feel like I need to play like a 10-minute song so I can go make myself a drink. But anyway, we're here today. There was a story which I was going to cover where the headline is, we've discovered a yellow brick road that probably leads to Atlantis, the lost city of Atlantis. It's clickbait. If you see it, it is clickbait. Apparently some scientists were out there in the Pacific somewhere, not too far off the coast of Hawaii, and they were, they got their little sub down there looking around, and then they see this thing. The funny thing is that these guys were actually broadcasting the whole thing 24 hours, like a little marathon while they were doing their exploration on YouTube. So a lot of people saw this shit. It turns out that what looked like a brick road was really volcanic rock. And somehow the fuckers just lined up like a brick road. This is one of the biggest things that we see when it comes to pictures from Mars, pictures from, some moon on Jupiter or Saturn, even a good old-fashioned sucks for you Pluto. We see things. Pareidolia, that's what it's called. Pareidolia Pete, Scott C. Waring. If you look at that damn picture, you're like, for fuck's sake, they found it. Honestly, I was like, how could it be under so much water? It's like over 3,000 feet of water. They found this. And of course, they hyped it up for you. So you could think they actually found something in it. And it is something, but it's not. But just think about this. One of the best things about the article, they talk about how much that area in which this fake road was found, only about, between 3 and 4% of it is actually known. Just that area, that part of the ocean. What does that tell you about the rest of the planet? Probably even less when it comes to the oceans. That's just the way it is, man. Only the people that have the ability to go into the ocean and do some shit. Like, you either got to have money or you got to be part of the government in the form of the military in order to do that. But great discovery for somebody. Clickbait. You guys can skip rocks. But yeah, it is the third. See, this is the way I started. It's the third Monday of the week. It's been Monday Gate the whole damn week. Even though I played my favorite song that I dedicated to Biden, it still feels like Monday Gate. It's horrible. Let's see who's in the live chat right now. because I did this early. We got the Puckinator. He's back again. The Nom. And these are, there's Dre. Dre's there. So, yeah, welcome aboard. Because we all get pareidolia. We all have it. Some of us, it's not about UFOs or aliens, I can tell you that much. Anyway, we're going to start some music. I only changed a few of the songs around, but I think there's something in the air. There's got to be.
No country I ever heard of. They speak English and what?
Listen, we had this whole rant I did, I don't know about you guys, but this whole pareidolia peace situation, and just pareidolia alone, I could imagine that if I had, a few grams of THC, maybe some Delta 8, some Delta 9 or something like that, I would have the most serious case of pareidolia ever known to man, ever reported. But what happens when on a normal fucking day, that's all you do? On a normal day, you're just pareidolia out. Can you imagine being someone who walks through life straight up pareidolia 24/7? How weird would that be? That might be the case with Scott C. Warren, because he looks at these images from NASA rovers, NASA satellites, and each... I can't. I really can't. UFO expert claims to have spotted a tomb on Mars similar to Egyptian pyramids. I'm going to say this much. I tried to get a picture of this, but it wouldn't load because they do some funky shit now with these pictures, so you can't download them, right? They make them some kind of a web file, and it's a pain in the ass. So I didn't get a chance to clip it because the picture itself... I hate to admit this, but for fuck's sake, it does look like an entrance. Yeah, sorry, Pareidolia Pete. Yeah, it really does look like a damn entrance. But you don't look at you look at the zoomed in image. And by the way, the one and only Ronnie Dawson actually posted this on the Facebook group for the Tempest Universe. And the first thing he said is, where is Pareidolia Pete? Where is Scott C. Waring? Is he going to comment on this? He was way ahead of you, Rodney. He was. And yeah, he sure did. He basically said that the doorway is a tomb. Or a doorway for a tomb, basically like they did in the Egyptian days. He says he found it. He found a tomb entrance for aliens that are about 8 to 12 inches tall. Come on. Really? First of all, the thing is that kind of, it feeds into his pareidolia, right? Because he's always finding all these little rock formations and things like that look like things that are about that amount of height. But yet, what about all the other aliens that are supposed to be on Mars, fighting a war with the secret space program? I mean, are we literally fighting wars with 12-inch aliens? Makes no sense to me. It really doesn't. The picture, though, is like the weird thing to me is he didn't post, at least not in this article, what image or which rover or what day on Mars did it happen. Because, good old NASA will they catalog these things not only by the rover but also by the sol or the time that it is on Mars. So you can get that information. Go over to the image database on NASA's website and look it up and see if you can find the damn thing yourself. I didn't get that. I didn't see that in the article. So it is very possible that this is fake news, but I don't think it is. The thing about him is that he literally does use real images from NASA. So I'm pretty sure he found this somewhere. Now, these images are freaking huge. They cover a lot of area. So for him to freaking zoom in on an entranceway for a 12-inch alien, for fuck's sake, he's got to be blind as fuck. Or he's got Coke bottle glasses. Or he's got a whole damn team that's looking for these weird things. And they all got damn pareidolia. But he did it. Here's the picture to prove it. Go to the link in the description. It looks like a damn entranceway to something. And the weirdest thing about me, and it may be part of pareidolia, right? But if you look at rock formations and they have straight edges, fuck, what do you do with that? You can't do shit. Kind of like the fake brick road down in the Pacific. The difference between the two is you can get to the damn brick road if you got enough money, if you know somebody like these scientists, but you're not going to get anybody to Mars. You're not going to get anyone to Jupiter or Saturn or that unlucky little dwarf planet, Pluto. That is the problem with looking up these things for whatever amount of time he does it. I don't even know how he does it. Because you're not going to get anywhere. You will be 6 feet under or on someone's barbecue getting cremated before you ever figure out if that's a real situation. I think it's a sad thing. Now, does he do it for any other reason other than try to solve it? Yeah. Pareidolia Pete gets traffic to his website. He gets folks like the UK Sun and everybody else repeating what he says. Some people just do it for the money, man. That's the way it is. So, while he did find some strange-ass looking rocks, I don't think it's a tomb. Honestly, and if it's a 12-inch alien, well, they're all fucked anyway. Because by the time Elon Musk gets there and his crew, they're all dead. They are going to be dead, or he's going to get that brain implant and control all of them. He'll have a little 12-inch army running around Mars, controlling things. This is what we put up with in ufology. But, it's good for laughs. It's good for a couple of giggles, but it's things like this and another article we got in here, actually the next one, where it's cringy. It's totally cringy. Like we're trying to have serious conversations about this, folks. Why do we have Pareidolia Pete still, getting all of the news? It's just crazy. But the funny thing is, when you throw all this stuff up in the air, something's got to stick. You throw it up against a board somewhere. One of these theories, whether it be pareidolia Pete or anybody else, it will stick. And then what? Then we'll be screwed because we don't even know what to believe. True deal.
I've been down so long that my mind can't get no rest. No, no. I've been down so long that my mind can't get no rest. No, no. This ain't easy, darling, 'cause the devil's on my trail. I've been running so long that my feet don't work no more. Oh yeah, I've been running so long that my feet don't work no more. Oh no, it ain't easy, darling, when the devil's on my trail. Oh yeah.
We are exactly, I want to say, a little bit over a week away from this Area 51 trip. Tempest Universe podcast is heading out there. Asgardian Danam is going to meet me there. Well, not at Area 51 because he's going to meet. We're going to meet up somewhere north, and we're going to head over to the spot. And we're going to run through some of those little towns, see some of the scenic things. Get to that mysterious mailbox. Maybe go into the Little Alien Inn and have a few words with the owner. Because we shall. We will. Present it all on YouTube. Eventually, it's probably going to take a couple of weeks to get all that video done. But it's going to be fun. It's going to be great. Do we expect to see anything? No. I don't. I'm going just in open-minded. All I'm going to see is a shitload of desert and a lot of mountains in the area. But I guarantee you we're going to have a good time, and it's something you got to do, to be honest. This is the place where a lot of the conspiracies regarding aliens started over at Area 51. So why not visit? Why not just have fun? Maybe we'll give out a t-shirt to one of the guards if they don't shoot us, I mean. Alien Greys created using DNA from abducted humans, according to a UFO expert. And it's not pareidolia Pete. See what I mean? This is what happens. This is the kind of stuff that gets promoted area. But, it could be true, right? That's why I said, you take all this shit, you throw it on a wall somewhere, some shit's about to stick. Eventually, something's going to stick. This is coming from Professor David Jacobs, who, in the title of this article, they called him a UFO expert, but in the body, he's a zany professor. He's a nut job. Okay. Apparently, he is a professor, and he has a theory about gray aliens, and he is teaching folks over at Temple University, and he specializes in ufology. Which really, ufology is dead. Let's be honest. Once science comes into the conversation, it won't be ufology anymore. It's just going to disappear. It's going to be one of those terms you just are not going to know anymore. But he says, listen, it boils down to the fact that we need to figure out whether or not, or why, or how is it that they only have a slit for a mouth. This is what he says. Like he's down with it. He's down with the fact that people are being abducted, their DNA is being taken, they are surrounded by these grays, but the one hang-up he has is the slit for a mouth. He's cool with the eyes, he's cool with the ears. Like really, I would think that the big-ass almond-shaped black eyeballs, I would think that would be the part where I'm like, I don't know so much. Not so much. But the slit for a mouth. I mean, I've seen people with slitty mouths, you know. I've seen that. But apparently, no, this could be what breaks his theory. He says basically, when he was on the Richard Dolan show, another person a lot of people don't like, that he shared the theory of how alien grays came into existence. He says they've been created by DNA that were taken from human abductees, and the fact that people report that they're so human-like in many ways. Their bodies, their overall appearance. But the slit mouth is a problem. Professor Jacob says that when people say they were abducted, they almost always talk about gray aliens. They're there for a reason. Now, there's a lot of people who also believe these are artificial beings, like androids or robots or something like that they're not real. They're made up, constructed, engineered, but not necessarily with DNA. He continues to say the reason he's saying this, the fact that these things might have human DNA, is because they have two huge black eyes. That would be, like, that's the game changer for me. What the hell is wrong with this professor of ufology? Anyway, he says in his theory, he acknowledges that they've been characterized for having two holes for a nose, which again, similar to humans. He says he also mentions the fact that they are believed to have a slit for a mouth, which makes no sense to him. However, they have two arms and two legs, so they got the same type and number of appendages as humans. But the mouth is what bugs him so much. It's horrid. The other thing he apparently asked a few folks that he interviewed that were abductees is whether or not they could tell that these beings were breathing. Like if they were literally breathing air. And many of them reported they don't. They could not see a back and forth or expanding and contraction of the lungs. So why have a nose and a slit for a mouth? It just makes no sense. That is so weird. But if you think about it, again, that lends to the fact that these may be artificial beings that were constructed. And they may have been given a slightly human appearance with the holes in the nose and the ears and the slit mouth. Or, what others have postulated is that what you're looking at is an exosuit. And that there is an actual alien inside of it, which may or may not look similar to what the exosuit looks like. But that's the reason why you don't see any breathing, why there's only a slit for a mouth. The theories can go on forever when it comes to grays. The one thing I've never heard is that any of the short grays are friendly. They're all to the business. No bedside manner. They will probe you and move on to the next person. They wouldn't give you a cookie or a candy or a cigarette. Those guys sound completely artificial. Like a robot just out doing what he was programmed to do, getting the job done, regardless of what your emotional instability is at the time, whether you pucker up or not. They will get that sample. They will extract your eggs and do what else they need to do, because you're just a sack of meat. A human one, but still. It just amazes me that we still got these stories, especially when it comes to things like abductions, cattle mutilations. I mean, when is enough? When are we just going to figure out that either these things are really happening, or these are the dumbest motherfuckers in the universe? These are the dumbest aliens ever to continue to abduct humans and to continue to do cattle mutilations. Makes zero sense. Did someone lose a record? Did someone trip on a cord on a UFO and erase the database, so they got to start over again? So I don't think since the 40s humanity has changed very much, to be honest. I mean, we might be a little fatter and stuff like that. We get it. We might have a bunch of COVID DNA in our blood or the Wuhan flu, but we haven't changed that much. So why is it that we have this continued research? Why are we the guinea pigs for these UFO little robotic gray people? It makes zero sense. No sense whatsoever. But I guess only time will tell, right? Because eventually, according to another scientist, aliens are around the corner. NASA's around the corner, forgetting what it needs. But it's like we really don't give two fucks about NASA, to be honest. Check this out.
We have put together, I think, the most extensive and inclusive voter fraud organization in the history of American politics.
What are we doing? What's going on right now?
Well, the beer's done. Time to end the podcast. That's the way I feel about it right now. It's been a shitty week. Triple Mondays. That's the kind of week it makes you just want to crawl under the bed, find every drug and alcohol available to you, and just be out for days, weeks. Maybe never even recover. One of the greatest mysteries of our time, Congress to hold UFO hearing next week. That's, damn. That's all I can say about that. Damn. Apparently, the last few weeks, Congress has been getting, the UFO report that they so requested from the Pentagon. And they're not happy about it. Actually, one of them went out to say on some damn station, some news venue, that they felt that the report they were handed was written by fifth graders. That's kind of like what I've been saying, right? Since last year. It's true. They're giving as little as possible to your favorite congressman. It's going to go down next Tuesday at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time, 10 a.m. Eastern, and wherever the hell else you're located, you figure that math out. But it's going to be a public hearing. It's even going to be broadcasted through YouTube. If you go to if you go to Twitter or Instagram or even the Facebook pages, I posted the link to the YouTube channel where this hearing is going to take place. It's nuts. Apparently, first time in almost 5 decades did any type of a public forum conversation or hearing by Congress is held about UFOs, which, back then, almost 5 decades ago, it was UFOs. Now it's UAP. The session is going to happen before the House Intelligence Committees on Counterterrorism, Counterintelligence, and Counterproliferation of Subcommittee. 5 months after they signed that act, known as the National Defense Authorization Act, which said, hey, it required the establishment of permanent UFO research. And they were supposed to take some steps to analyze this research, get a central point where these things are going to be reported in regards to unidentified area phenomena. Okay, there's a quote in here from Representative Andre Carson. He says, the American people expect and deserve their leaders in government and intelligence to seriously evaluate and respond to any potential national security risks, especially those we do not fully understand. Since coming to Congress, I've been focused on this issue of unidentified aerial phenomena as both a national security threat and an interest of great importance to the American people. It should be of great importance to every damn body in the whole damn planet. So stop fucking around with that. And that's the truth. Because there isn't any place in the world that doesn't report unidentified aerial phenomena. There isn't. It's everywhere. Now, of course, there are countries that are like China. They're not going to report that to you. The people might leak it out somehow. And it makes, things like the Mirror or the UK Sun or something like that. They might even make it all the way to the New York Times. But the thing is that it's everywhere. Everyone in the world should be concerned about this. The problem is there's still that stigma. It's still hanging around. So these folks, in these committees, unintelligent as they may be, they decided, hey, we're going to bring it forward. We're going to have everyone look at this on where else? On YouTube. It's not going to be in them shitty channels, those cable channels that deal with government. Have those hearings running for 4 or 5 days. It's going to YouTube. It's going to reach as many people as possible. In a way, I feel like they're not playing around because they're being rubber dicked. They're being lied to. And they feel that the Pentagon is not taking this seriously. So kudos on them. Louis Elizondo, he said the scheduled hearing is a deliberate attempt by lawmakers to ensure the American people have access to information that their tax dollars paid for in the first place. Well, shit, he should know. He was being paid by that. And then he decided to go fucking rogue. And now he's like the poster child for stealing stuff from the government, and it's okay. But none of this leads us anywhere. Because even Louis Elizondo is keeping secrets. There are things he's not telling us. He's not completely coming out of the woodwork when it comes to this topic. He's holding on to it for his book, I guess. But we got these guys going in Congress who are going to have this hearing. And, you got someone who's leading it. And that's Senator Carson. He says we can't even rule out something that is otherworldly. So these guys are going in. Some of them believe that it can't be the Russians, that it can't be China, it can't be Cuba. So they want to know what the hell's going on. You guys are about 60, 40, 80, 90, 100 years too late. Because I wouldn't give two fucks about who's meeting if I'm running the skies over any country like I fucking feel like it. I don't give a shit you're having a meeting. I'll interrupt that shit. But that's not going to happen. But are we going to get answers? No. But it's going to be historically something to watch. It's going to be, I wouldn't say a circus, but if they actually have people show up, if they've subpoenaed some people to come into this public hearing from the Pentagon, it's going to be a shit show. Definitely something to save, and at least if you can, watch it, because you're gonna know where your money is going, or your tax money. I know I got freaking taxed out of the wazoo this year. And I'm going to sit there really disappointed because I'm paying for this shit. We can't count on them. But we're going to see on Tuesday, it's a dog and pony show. Just know that. But if you want to know the YouTube channel, go to my social media or look for it online. I'm sure you'll find it. But it's not going to be to your satisfaction or anybody else. Just keep that in mind.
I've been wasting my time. I don't know why I can't get you out my mind. Yeah. So lost, where do I go? I was in the chase, caught a flat on road. It was all love, X no O. I was feeling rich, but we turned out broke. Guess I let my feelings take control. Guess I let my demon take the wheel. Used to think that we be growing old. Now I can't believe that it was real. It was back in late December when I did it. I just wish I could forgive. Cause I hate how much I love it. Oh, I hate how I just love to catch a feel. Yeah. I've been wasting my time. I don't know why I can't get you out of my mind. If I find a way to get it, when I do it, I can live it and forget. Cause I hate how much I love you, or I hate how you just put me in my feelings. can't believe that it was real. I've been wasting my time. I don't know why I can't get you out my mind. I've been wasting my time. I don't know why I can't get you out my
take the wheel. Used to think that we be growing old. Now I can't.
You know, I guess these rants is why I never get invited to stuff when it comes to UFOs. I gotta just go to them myself. Like, no one's looking for the Moonraker anywhere, you know, because I say negative shit about Lou Elizondo holding his mouth shut like he's got a canary in his damn mouth. But it's the truth. You guys knows it. And like every other week, a little bit comes out. You know, he's like Bugs. Imagine Bugs trying to hold his farts in. It's not going to happen. It's not. He is not going to be able to do it. And neither is Lou. Eventually, Lou's going to give us the whole story. And it's going to be fucking shock and awe. And then people will be like, fuck. He's on that THC. He's doing something. Is he like doing the bath salts? That's what's going to happen. Trust me. But it is what it is. We don't give a shit. Because we know that eventually the government's going to have to tell us something. But I guarantee you that most people already know it. They've already figured it out. Kind of like this ex-NASA scientist who claims humans are soon to encounter aliens. Oh, shit. I mean, what can you do? Ex-NASA, you got to listen to him, right? He's got to know what the hell he's talking about. Apparently, Jim Green spent 40 years with the NASA Space Agency. And he was over at the BBC's Hard Talk. Like, I can't make this shit up again. BBC's Hard Talk. Was he uncomfortable there? I just want to know. He revealed that alien life will soon be discovered within his lifetime. He must be fucking young as hell. What is he, like 12? Is he one of the guys that wrote the damn UAP report last year? He says, listen, we are on the brink of it because there is so much research, so many things going on that we're going to get there. It's going to happen. We know that there is life in our solar system. NASA doesn't want to admit it, but hey, who cares? But they're the only ones who are going to get us the answer, right? He says there's so much going on right now in research that it is almost impossible not to come across that answer. He says with all the technologies that's up there now, we can literally identify the atmosphere of many of the planets. Incidentally, he says there are more planets in our galaxy, the Milky Way, than there are stars. Which makes sense, right? There's Bugs. He's kicking it into overdrive. It makes total sense. But do we have the ability to find it? To find a planet in that zone, that Goldilocks zone, that we can identify as having life with all our instrumentation. I don't think I'm sold on it. I think it doesn't make sense to me. Really, you guys can look back, 3 billion years into the center of the galaxy and be like, there's a couple of aliens there. No, fuck no. There's got to be something wrong there. Somebody must have messed up somewhere. He says, listen, because we're able to do this, we can even look for clues of there being water or water vapor, in other places. We have the technology to find E.T. Fuck it, I don't know. It could be, I don't know. He says, comparing the atmospheres is probably the best way to do it because you can figure out whether or not a planet who is in the Goldilocks zone of some distant star within our own galaxy is ripe for the picking. But the thing is, who the fuck is going to get there? Who the hell's going to go and figure out whether or not there's aliens when they're 3 billion light years away? No one. We're not even going to be around with that. So when he says in his lifetime, fuck, he must be really old. He must be godlike. Or a demigod for him to be around that long. I don't think it's enough to just assume that billions of miles away there's an alien and you're just going to take it for granted. I think we need to start in our own backyard. We need to stop sending rovers that don't do real shit. Get them up there with some instruments that actually test for life. So who knows? Maybe he's right. But I feel like that the missions that are coming are not going to give us the answers. Let's be honest. It's going to take an accident, someone not keeping their mouth shut and just, getting all excited about things like congressional hearings to say, fuck it, I'm just going to tell the truth. I'm just going to get out there and tell people. Hopefully more people do that, but that's the only way we're going to know. It's the only way. We need to get people out there that are in the know, come out the closet, and, go to places like BBC Hard Talk. I mean, come on. Take a chance. Don't be scared of the title. It's just the way it is. Check out the link in the description. You want to find out more of this ex-scientist. If it matters to you. But if it doesn't, definitely show up next Tuesday morning, 9 Eastern, 10 Central Standard, on YouTube, and you've got to watch it. You've got to see the shit show. And, I might be wrong. I mean, I've been wrong most of the time. It might be perfect. We might see somebody break. Maybe someone is like right now, for the last week, they've been shitting their pants because they're going to go in front of Congress, in front of this committee, and they're going to go on YouTube and all over internationally, and they'll fucking break. They'll start crying on the stand and just be like, fuck it. I'm going to tell everyone. I'm just going to tell them all. This is the end of the podcast. I need to go do a Tempest Universe Minute for Marty Angler in this show out in Illinois. But until next week, ciao.
Today is the beginning of the end and the start of a new beginning. Time has come to refine yourself and let go of the demons in your head that have held you in captivity for so long. It's time to flip the page and prove them wrong. It's time for rebirth. Yeah, time's up to say goodbye to all the haters